Hi, my name is Bret. I'm going to be showing you how to make tuna casserole. It's a budget-friendly meal, good for a family of 3 with leftovers. Okay, so tuna casserole is a very quick and easy meal to make. It's good for nights when you're studying, when the kid's all up in your hair, and you just want to throw something together and put it in the oven, or you get home late, whatever the case might be. It's quick, it's easy to put together, and you'll have a delicious meal in no time. So to start, we'll talk really quickly about the utensils and things that you need. You're going to want a knife to cut the cheese, a wooden spoon for mixing everything together as well as stirring your noodles, cheese grater for the cheese that you have cut, a pot for boiling the noodles, and a casserole dish you mix everything together in, throw it in the oven. Oh, also, handy dandy can opener. You want that for your cans. So the first ingredient we're going to be using is yolkless dumplings or egg noodles. We prefer the broad ones. There's no cholesterol in them, but if you're looking for something that's a bit healthier, you can look for sodium reduced, or different types of noodles will work as well. The second ingredient that we're going to be using is Campbell's mushroom soup. We prefer Campbell's. Again, if you want to look for something a bit healthier, light mushroom soup or something like that, that'll work just fine. We use chunk light tuna. There is flake light tuna as well, that's also an option. We like medium cheddar, but you can change your cheese to your preference. And last but not least, our button mushrooms. We prefer to get them sliced, just saves on time, but it's entirely up to you. So to start, you want to put a pot of water on for your noodles. Just turn it up to max and let it go. Double check, make sure there's nothing in your oven. And then you're going to want to set it to 350 degrees. That way there's time to preheat while you're waiting for the noodles to boil. In the meantime, you can start by opening your 3 cans of mushroom soup and your 3 cans of tuna and dumping it into your casserole dish. So while you're waiting for the water to boil to put the noodles in, you can mix together your cream of mushroom soup and your tuna. I know it looks kind of gross, but I promise you it's going to taste delicious. Just make sure you drain the tuna before you do that, otherwise you're going to end up with a very wet mess. And once the water's boiling, you pour the noodles in. So we just finished straining the noodles. We have added them to our wonderful mess that we made earlier. Just make sure you add them a little bit at a time so that you don't overflow the casserole dish. Make sure that everything is really well mixed in, and level it out. And once that is done, we are going to grate some cheese. Now with the cheese, you want to make sure that you cover the tuna and the noodles, but make sure it's covered completely. You can't see any of it at all, because otherwise the cheese will just kind of melt into the middle and you're going to leave the edges cheeseless. Here we have my wonderful sous chef, Alex. He's going to help us today by putting some mushrooms on. Any meal, especially quick and easy ones, is great for getting the kids involved and helping them to learn about cooking. Okay, bud, do you want to help me put some mushrooms on here? Thank you. And last but not least, it just goes in the oven. Now it's going to sit in here. It really only needs long enough to melt the cheese, so I would give it maybe 10 minutes. Set your timer, and wait for deliciousness. You're right, that is hot, bud. And when the timer goes off, make sure you have your oven mitts on, reach in the oven, and pull out your delicious tuna casserole. Serve it with a side salad for added nutritional benefit. Et voila, bon appétit!